ladies, how's it going? My name is Erin, this is my girlfriend Rebecca, and we get together and we talk about so much stuff. In this video, we're going to talk about post-pregnancy, yeah?
Yeah, because who wants to be stuck in pregnancy mode forever?
In reclaiming the non-pregnancy you reclaim a whole lot of stuff. Mental status, hopefully.
Sure.
Hopefully.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
I would say first and foremost.
Yeah. And your body is probably the last thing to come around, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that today.
And what I noticed in having given birth to the babies, and I still do kind of troll the pregnancy boards.
Yeah.
Not really too much anymore, but I do kind of see what's out there, what people are talking about in regards to post-pregnancy. And I hear a lot is that I've lost all my weight with the last 10 pounds. And that's where I'm at. I've lost all my weight with the last, well, probably now like 7 pounds.
Okay, and I'm just going to say for the rest of you, we just keep it on.
That's a way to go. That is valid.
It is an option.
It's an option
We're just going to say it.
But if you would like to lose those 10 pounds, it is my goal. I refuse to buy clothes. I will fit into my jeans one day again.
Which is awesome because that is such a sense of accomplishment. To be honest, it is absolutely a sense of accomplishment.
Yes. I refuse to do this, people. So, we're talking about the last 10 pounds.
Weight gain during pregnancy it depends on you.
Yeah.
It just depends on your body. But then weight loss is then up to you. Mm-hmm. And I have a girlfriend who gained massive amounts of weight and then just kept having babies, and every baby gained more and more weight. And now she's really struggling to lose it because she's just said, I just rapid fired my babies out, 4 babies later. And now she's just really struggling with those 60 pounds because that's what she did. And that's
tough.
Difficult. That's a big goal to wrap your brain around.
Yeah.
So when you do give birth, did you give birth thinking like, okay, now I got to start that Angelina Jolie diet of
no, I did not.
Breastfeeding?
I did not think that way, but I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I'm a 21st century product.
Yeah.
I live in Southern California.
Yeah.
You don't really have to think it for it to be your lifestyle.
No, it's at your doorstep. It's on Yahoo when you sign in.
Right there. It wasn't my main goal. I honestly really thought that I was pretty logical in the sense that I knew that a majority of it would come off without much input from me, and that has remained true for me. That does not remain true for everybody, so please don't assume that's what I'm saying. But it was a goal. You know me. You know me well enough to know that was a goal.
Well, you're an athlete by nature.
Yes.
And that matters to you.
Yes.
And I would say for you, fitness matters more than necessarily weight loss.
Absolutely.
Like, do I feel strong? Do I feel fit?
Absolutely.
Do I feel in control of my body?
No, and I don't even weigh myself. I don't have a scale at home.
I love that.
I judge things on jeans.
I was just going to say that.
Really flex too much. They have a little bit of
When you wear
flex.
5 times in a row.
I don't wash them for like 2 years, but that's what I go by. I go by my clothes.
Yeah,
and
totally.
So that's where I'm at. But what I have recognized and what I knew in the back of my head, but I didn't want to admit to it, was that I've read it all over the place, and you've heard it 1,000 times. It boils down to what? Movement and food.
What you put in and how you spend it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You cannot expect, especially in the areas that we're talking about. We're talking about belly. We're talking about thighs. For the most of us, when we're talking about pregnancy, that belly is not going to go anywhere if you don't adjust your diet.
Absolutely.
And we're talking really restrictive. I mean, I started working out again, and I kept my diet the same, and I noticed nothing. I was on, not bed rest, but I was not allowed to exercise for 9 months.
Right.
So doing anything at this point is like my body's going, okay, start burning some stuff off. But because I didn't change my diet, I noticed not one thing. The moment I adjusted my diet and really restricted complex carbs, etc., that go into your body, I noticed that the areas that were of my focus that we're talking about here started to drop off.
Yeah. And you may not start this, think about weight loss, especially after you breastfeed, because what you're putting into your body at first while you're breastfeeding is really, really important. I know when you start dieting, I know for me when I went to Weight Watchers, I had a different point value because I was a breastfeeding mom, which meant I ate more points just because I was feeding somebody else. Yeah. So that don't diet without consultation while you're breastfeeding at all. Even if you're just pumping, that is your prime example. But as soon as you're done breastfeeding, You can do something.
Let's go.
You can do something. And again, just like Erin said, you want to create that caloric deficit in between what you put in your mouth and what you expend in your everyday action.
The great thing about your everyday action is that it's up.
It's up. It's up. Well, and it will be more at the closer your kids get to movement. So when they start crawling, when they start walking, when they start running, the sweet spot of infancy, they say in one place, is ending soon. But at that point, you are able to really see it. And then the other thing is, I wasn't eating enough, and my metabolism slowed down.
Yeah.
So then you have to be eating the right amount of foods every 2 to 3 hours. You're putting something in your body. And then that doesn't mean going to Trader Joe's and spending $100 and then just eating it in mass.
No.
I'm back on Weight Watchers because, my baby's 7. So you might as well just think, let's just tackle the last 20 because she's 7. But, I realized that I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I was eating too many because they all have caloric amounts. So it's just nutty. And for me, I struggle with portions. That's just my thing.
Well, we live in a society, especially, most women, I think, are watching these videos in America, and Americans are known for their supersizing and for just large portions. Me and my husband, we always joke about the fact that we'll share certain things.
Yeah.
Well, why is my portion equal to my 210-pound husband's portion? Even that, it's like, okay, we are different sizes. We need to measure this accordingly. But we just have huge portions. Yeah. But the really key is keeping those portions small, eating frequently. Frequently. That being said, that's not like you're having 6 meals a day. You're having tiny, tiny portions as you go through, and move.
And tons of water. I'm going to add tons of water.
Tons of water.
Tons.
And cardio, people.
Yeah.
I cannot emphasize enough that small weights with large repetitions, large weights with small repetitions, that's not what you're looking for right now. Yeah. You need to burn off that layer that is around you, and that's just through movement. Yeah. Whether you're walking your baby up a hill, whether you're on a treadmill, whatever you're doing, just keep yourself
moving. Watching a DVD, whatever it needs to be, you do it. We want you to be patient, just because, we want you to be patient.
It took 9 months to get that weight on.
Yeah, and it's going to take 9 to even another...
A year
and a half. Like, give yourself some rest. Yeah. Your body has gone through a major adjustment. If you're an older mom, it's going to take more. Like, if you're closer to 40 or over 40, it's going to take more. But that's okay. It does require time. But part of this, too, is the endorphins that are increased by your exercise are going to help your mood. And maybe you're
so glorious. I was just going to say, well, let's not forget that a sex life is a way to burn some calories, too.
Hey, now.
Get down.
Yeah. You'll be like, and how many points is this on Weight Watchers?
Do they have one on Weight Watchers? That's what they should do, though. What are your points when you burn something off? What are they called?
Yes, they're called activity points.
Activity points, peeps. Straight up.